Welcome back, everyone, to another Coast to Coast Live online showcase. My name is Adonis. I'm going to be your host for today's event. And as usual, I'm joined by three very special guest judges who will be overseeing this entire showcase today. So let me go ahead, let me introduce them one at a time. First up on the judge lineup for today's event, he's the Senior Director of A&R over at Warner Music Group, Andrew Grant. Welcome back to another Coast to Coast Live online showcase, Andrew. How you doing, brother?
Good, how are you?
Awesome. It's always a pleasure to have you, Andrew. Thank you so much for joining us today. And as you know, we always ask a question to our judges. My question for you today, how can an A&R help an artist sustain a long career?
That's a good question. I kind of think it takes, I think that it takes the work of both, like the artist and the A&R. Like, I think the A&R really has to have the vision, but the artist has to, have the execution on it. You know what I mean? It's a team process for sure. So I think it's about just like making sure that like the artist and the A&R like really have, like good chemistry, like, and they both, can like read off of each other.
For sure. And just as a follow up, Andrew, getting into that, uh, does the A&R and the manager ever clash when it comes to that? Because I know obviously you have to develop a relationship with the artist, but there is a manager sometimes involved too. I mean, does that get in the way sometimes, or is it kind of like just a big collaboration between the three?
I mean, I think it's just, at that point when you're working with the artist and the manager, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like any other kind of relationship, you know what I mean? You're gonna have good days and bad days. So,
for sure.
like the ultimate, at the end of the day, the A&R and the manager both have the same interest, which is to make the artist as successful as they could be.
Yeah.
But it's just like any other situation. You know what I mean? Different views, different days are gonna have different outcomes.
Definitely. Andrew Grant, it's such a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us for today's online event. Up next on the judge lineup, he's a platinum producer. He's worked with artists such as Young Jeezy, LUDACRIS, Rick Ross, 50 Cent, 2 CHAINZ, and much, much more. You guys know him. It's DJ Pain One. Pain One, welcome back to another Coast to Coast Live online showcase. How you doing, brother?
Doing well. Hope everybody else is doing well too.
Awesome. It's a pleasure to have you as well, DJ Pain One. My question for you today, what is the best tip you can give some of the aspiring recording artists that are tuning in today?
Focus on the fans. Make your music as authentic as the connections you have with your fans, and don't make the mistake of going for these traditional industry accolades at this point in your career. What I mean by that is don't chase radio play, don't chase big deals, don't do any of that stuff, because at the end of the day, one, if you're chasing those things, you're not focusing on your fans. And if you don't have the fans, you're not going to end up getting the radio play or the deal anyway. So focus on fans. That's really what music is all about. It's about connecting with people and reaching people. And in turn, that's where the heart of your career really lies, in your fans and supporters. So just don't make that mistake and think that you need to appeal to the traditional industry people, because everyone's going to come around once they see that your music is making an impact on people. That's what.
Definitely well said. DJ Pain One, it is such a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us for today's event. And last but certainly not least, he's an A&R director over at Atlantic Records. Welcome back, Knowledge. Knowledge, welcome back to another Coast to Coast Live online showcase. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Awesome. It's a pleasure to have you as well, Knowledge. My question for you today, do you think new artists need to have a manager? As an A&R, what is your preference? Does it matter, or do they like really need to have a manager?
I mean, management is definitely necessary at a particular point. It just depends on where the artist is. I think if the artist is just starting out, you know what I mean, the manager may not be really essential at that point. There's really not much to manage. You know what I mean? I think the manager comes into place more so once the artist gets to a point where they're doing shows, and when I say shows, it's just smaller shows. You know what I mean? But when they're just doing, some of the smaller shows, if they're doing some of the smaller media things like little interviews and things like that, or if your manager has, a manager could also be very key actually in the beginning though, if the manager has if it's an industry manager already. You know what I mean? So if that person already has contacts, if that person already has people that he can reach out to, if he or she can reach out to and put you in with and things like that, then yeah, that helps from the very jump. But usually, you know, it takes the artist a little while to just get the recording process down and get themselves together as an artist first before the manager could really come in and start moving you around. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Knowledge, it is so great to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us for today's online showcase. That's our star lineup of judges. We have a great lineup of artists as well. 15 artists submitted a song or a video, which we'll watch live alongside all 3 of the judges. And today, the judges are deciding whether or not to give each artist a pass or a no pass. If an artist gets at least 2 passes, that means they're headed straight to the Coast to Coast Live World Championship, where they'll compete for the $50,000 in prizes. So we're going to kick this thing off with the first artist on today's lineup. Up first, we have Monsta. Now, Monsta, we do have you in the chat room. Let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other 3 of the judges. All right, so as we bring you in here, Monsta, you'll be the first artist on today's lineup. Can you hear us? What's going on, brother? So you are muted, so go ahead and unmute yourself so we can hear you real quick.
All right, can you hear me?
What's going on, brother? Where are you from?
Man, I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, man.
Arkansas. It's a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us for today's event. And what is your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
Well, actually, right now, you can find me on SoundCloud, man, .com/monster-18, or you can check me out on ReverbNation.com/monster8704.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Awesome. Now tell us a little bit about this song you submitted today. It's got almost 200 plays on it. I see the title's just Monster. What is this all about? We're about to listen to here.
Just basically, man, what we living in right now, you know what I'm saying? Just a picture we see every day, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, some things you know what I'm saying? Some things we wish we can change, you know what I'm saying, as what we're surrounded by today, as, you know, all the violence going on right now. So that's why it's called My Painted Pictures. It'll pretty much explain itself.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead. Let's take a listen. This is Monsta with his song, our first artist on today's lineup. Let me go ahead and load up his video. We'll be right back.
It's too hard to slow down, can't afford to lose focus. Dig down real deep when you thinking things hopeless. Guarantee you things change, yeah, nigga, for the better. Put your loved one first, let the pieces come together. To our young generation, steady out, you catching cases, ain't no more coming home. Life is what you facing, sometimes we gotta learn and turn the other way. It's okay to swallow pride a little, see another day. Got your game face on, nigga, smile sometime. You feeling stressed out, blow on a little pine. Keep your families in your prayers and your money in your mind. When you struggle to a hustle, let your body do the grind. By me looking at my watch, maybe running out of time. Let us all make it happen and together we can climb. My painted picture. My painted picture. That's my painted picture. My painted picture. picture. My painted picture. That's my painted picture. My painted picture. That's my painted picture. My painted picture.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our first artist on today's lineup. That was Monsta with his song. Let me toss it over to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, let's start off with you. What were your thoughts of our first artist, Monsta, and his song?
Man, I think he, you know, did a solid job. He's definitely talented. Definitely had something to say in the lyrics. It wasn't just, you know, rapping about nothing. Overall, the execution of the song, it wasn't all the way there for me. Like, it just needed some more work as far as just to bring people in and to really give it like a repeat value listen. You know what I mean? Like a re-listen value. So for me, it'll be a no pass today, but still very talented. Just the song itself just didn't connect with me all the way.
All right, thank you for that. Knowledge, no pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go to the next judge. He's a platinum producer, DJ Payne 1. You'll be up next. What were your thoughts of Monsta and his song?
Yeah, I agree. I think he has a lot of talent. It felt like he was kind of channeling the spirit of Tupac a little. And I thought, you know, I love the content and the energy. Yeah, execution-wise, a lot of it was the mix and a lot of it was the sound selection in terms of the production. So I think there's certainly a way to create some pretty timeless music given his skill set. I'm on the fence because I like it, but as was just said, the execution was just not where it needed to be. So I'll give it a pass because I did like the record and I like the musicality behind the production. It just this song I think needs to be reworked in order for it to be as good as it can be.
All right, there you have it from DJ Payne 1 hooking you up with your first pass from the judges. So we have a tie, 1 pass and 1 no pass, which means it's all up to our last judge on the lineup. He's a senior director of A&R at Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, you're the tiebreaker for this one. What do you think of Monsta and his song?
So, I mean, like, I hear everything that the guys are just saying. I agree with a lot of it, too. There's a few different things for me. Like, one, like I always, like, stress, like, you know, the song is 4 minutes long. You know what I mean? Like, in today's time, that's way too long. Nobody's going to get all the way through that. I do like the content, you know, because he wasn't talking about bullshit. So, like, I do like the content. I like that it was personal. But, like, I think the production, I think the song selection, like, you know, is not the right song selection. You know what I mean? Like, the goal is to try to show off, like, what you think, you know, your hit single is going to be. And so, like, for me, this sounded more like a passion song, like an album filler song. And then just like, also too, just like, you know, it's like, you know, some advice to give, you know, like even if something as simple as like, you know, like when, you know, you're asking like, you know, where to find them on socials, you know, like social media in today, you know, is really important, especially if you're doing music. So you need to have your social media, you know, like only having a SoundCloud or a Reverb Nation, you know what I mean? Like you have to set that up, and then each one of those is a different name. You know what I mean? Like everything should be the same. It should be easy to find. But like with that being said, I think that it's I like that it's personal, but like for me, like that wasn't the record, and for me, it's a no pass today.
All right, great advice there from Andrew Grant. Unfortunately, it's a no pass today from the judges, Monsta. But check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all 3 of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. That was our first artist, Monsta, everybody. All right, guys, up next on the lineup, we have Barbie Steph. Barbie Steph, we do have you in the chat room. Let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the judges. All right, so Barbie, Steph, as we go ahead and bring you on in here, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
Awesome. Barbie, Steph, how's it going? Where are you from? Oh, I think you dropped this.
Sorry. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I
Representing.
was originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma, but basically grew up here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Awesome. Representing Georgia. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining us for today. And what is your social media so everyone can go ahead and go check you out?
I am the real Barbie Steph, and that's Steph with 2 F's.
And what is that on? Is that on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook?
That's on Instagram. My Twitter is Steph. I am Steph_A.
All right, cool, awesome. So tell us a little bit about this song you submitted today. It's got about 142 views on it. What is this all about? We're about to listen to here.
It's a motivational song that really speaks for the women as well as the men. Within everything that's going on, they'll see, people see your drive and see your skills and everything, and then you up and want you involved in their work and everything. Just tell them cut the check. They have to pay for your performance as well as your product or whatever. You have to protect yourself, especially when you bring a solid portfolio.
Gotcha. All right,
Everything
cool.
is with
I'm sorry, Barbie. We're losing you a little bit here. I don't mean to cut you off, but we are losing you a little bit. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. We didn't get
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, but we didn't hear the last part you said about your song.
I said just make that money, stay motivated, stay focused.
All right,
Motivation,
that's what's up.
and if you don't have motivation,
That's what's up. All right, so this is Barbie Steph with her song. Let me load up her song. We'll be right back.
Broke motherfucker, ain't shit counterfeit. You see me flex, broke motherfucker, ain't shit counterfeit. Barbie, you snap, flex, Barbie, snap, Barbie, snap, Barbie, snap. Remember, you slid in my DMs, talking about how much you want me, nigga, cut the check.
Bounce them folks up, man.
Do the Barbie stance, I don't want your man. Just 100 bands on 100 bands. Do the Barbie stance, I don't want your man. Just 100 bands on 100 bands. Do the Barbie stance, I don't want your man. Just 100 bands on 100 bands. Do the Barbie stance, I don't want your man. Just 100 bands on 100 bands. You see me flexing on all these broke motherfuckers. Ain't shit counterfeit. And if I'm throwing pussy, know you paying heavy for it. It's like I hit a lick to the Barbie stance. I don't want your man. Just 100 bands on 100 bands. Just 100 bands on 100 bands. Rich bitch, rich sex, real business, no flex. Rich bitch, rich sex, real business, no flex. Do the Barbie stance, I don't want your man. Just 100 bands on 100 bands. Do the Barbie stance, I don't want your man. Just 100 bands on 100 bands. Same thing you dropped at the trap. Hit a lick on a bitch. Only rich shit, that's it. Barbie, Steph, Barbie, Steph, Barbie, Steph, Barbie, Steph. Same thing you dropped at the trap. Hit a lick on a bitch. Only rich shit, that's it. Barbie, Steph, Barbie, Steph, Barbie, Steph, Barbie, Steph. Do the Barbie stance, I don't want your man. Just 100 bands on 100 bands. Do the Barbie stance, I don't want your man. Just 100 bands on 100 bands. I don't want your man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Barbie Steph with her song that she submitted for us. Let me toss it over to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's a platinum producer. DJ Pain 1, you'll be up first. What do you think of Barbie Steph and her song that she submitted?
I like the concept of the song, and I like the sample being used. It all kind of tied everything together, but unfortunately, it was just really hard for me to listen to because the auto-tune was in the completely wrong key. So it was just, in all honesty, it was grating on my ears because the clash between the notes was just so pronounced that it worries me that nobody who was a part of the process of making this song, recording it, whatever, caught that before allowing it to leave the studio. So it's a no pass for me.
All right, thank you for that. DJ Pain 1, no pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's toss it to the next judge. He's a senior director of A&R at Warner Music Group, Andrew Grant. You'll be up next. What do you think of Barbie Steph and her song that she submitted?
I agree with what Payne once said. And it just sounds like very, very early. I mean, it was a cool idea to do that flip, but there's like the approach, the mix, the production value. It seems a lot of work. It's still really, really early. No pass for me.
All right, thank you for that, Andrew Grant. No pass, unfortunately, from our second judge. Let's toss it to the last judge. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, what do you think of Barbie Steph and her song that she submitted?
Yeah, same here. I like the idea. Don't love the execution. A lot of work needs to be done. Just maturing as an artist, finding her sound some more, working with a more seasoned engineer and mix engineer. No pass for me today.
All right, thank you for that knowledge, and you heard it from the three judges today. No pass, unfortunately, Barbie Steph, but check your email after this event. You'll get some written feedback from all three of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. And up next on the lineup, we have Q-Pack Gravity. Q-Pack Gravity, doesn't look like we have you in the chat room, but we do have your song ready to go. It's called Glory. Let me go ahead and load this up, and we'll be right back.
Pray. I just want the glow and the glory. Pray. I just want the glow and the glory. Pray. I just want the glow and the glory. Pray. I just want the glow and the glory. I'm the greatest, grab him by the neck like I'm the Undertaker. Coming in from the bottom, holes in my shoes. Gotta make it through my cup, overflowing with the green and blue. Who knew? Check the battlefield, it's just me and you. Double up, walking with the light. Hope you got the fuse. Bulletproof my next move. I'm on some new. Now I lay the soul, still tryna find my rules. Pray. I just want the glow and the glory. Pray. I just want the glow and the glory. Pray. I just want the glow and the glory. Pray. I just want the glow and the glory. Connected the dots, really rock my way to the top. My third eye gifted with the vision. Debating on me if I gon' smoke when they gon' pop. I'm gon' shoot, looking back in the rear view. Talking about that old blue. Seen the devil up close with a close view. No money, no way. Hustle harder every day. Used to be a slave. Only choice to make. Only choice to say. Man down, wear my black and I'm proud. Still can't look that way. No face, no case. Down to my last standing in the rain. Left my heart with that freezing cold and sharp shooter from the cradle to the grave. Looking down on me, practice what I preach all day. Almighty black.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Q-Pack Gravity with her song that she submitted for us. Let me toss it to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's the Senior Director of A&R at Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, you'll be up first. What were your thoughts of Q-Pack Gravity and her song that she submitted?
I don't even know like what was going on. Just like the recording quality was bad. I don't even know what I was listening to. And also too, like I just seen that it was uploaded 2 days ago. It's like, you know, the point of this is to like, you know, show off like something that, you know, like you believe is like, you know, like the thing that's like, you know, going to be life changing, or the thing to like, you know, get someone's attention. You know what I mean? It's like I always tell people, like, don't just like try to experiment with something that you did. You know what I mean? Like, wait till it's ready. Like, it was so early and it's not ready. No pass for me.
All right, thank you for that. Andrew Grant, no pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's toss it to the next judge. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, what were your thoughts of Q-Pack Gravity and her song that she submitted?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Andrew. Like, I didn't really know what I was listening to. I could barely really understand the words. Just the mix was of the vocals wasn't there. Or I don't know if it was how it was recorded or what, but just wasn't really up to standard at all. So no pass for me.
All right, thank you for that. Knowledge and Andrew both giving it a no pass, unfortunately. Let's toss it to the last judge on the lineup. He's a platinum producer, DJ Payne 1. What were your thoughts of Q-Pack Gravity and her song?
I mean, I liked the melodies that she came up with. I thought that was, but I think there's potential there. But yeah, the mix and the recording quality was so bad that I couldn't understand the hook. I couldn't understand the words to the hook, so it was an ineffective hook. But it has to do with the execution. So just, you know, put your best foot forward. Like Andrew was saying, just if it's not ready, it's not ready. You know what I mean? And so part of being an effective artist is knowing and being able to develop that ear that informs you when songs are ready. And this song wasn't ready, unfortunately.
Definitely. Thank you for that. DJ Payne 1 and all three of the judges. It's a no pass today, Q-Pack. But check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the judges. All right, guys, next up on the lineup, we have DJ Crux. DJ Crux, we don't have you in the chat room, but we have your song ready to go. So let me go ahead and load this up. We'll be right back.
Escape from this self-inflicted affliction. Sometimes my mind goes running in opposite directions, going nowhere fast. I'm stuck somewhere in the middle of all my problems, all my problems. How do I escape from these self-inflicted afflictions? Sometimes my mind goes running in opposite directions, going nowhere fast. I'm stuck somewhere in the middle of all my problems. Godspeed on the devil's highway. Come take a ride with me. Valkyrie in the heavens, we can start destroying things. My Lord Savior, Dream Shake, shine of light and darkness. Let me be the one to spread my wings. Not to fly, but to guide and lead the way. So many followers that fall astray. Before I fall, I'll make sure I'm a star, burning high and bright for eternity. Illuminating night with light, won't ever back down from this fight. I'm in this battle to the end. I can't fight now. I gotta stay on my phone, my head held high. Not gonna let it out to deep past I'm black. Look at the sky, I pray for things not to always be this way. Please Lord, help me stay on the right path. Don't let these demons lead me far astray. How do I escape from this self-inflicted affliction?
every day. I will always be real and remain loyal to those who stay true to me. It's been so long since I felt this urge to speak these words. Keep in mind what I'm about to share with you. Ain't no lie, nothing but the sound of truth will leave my mouth. Tell you what this life is all about. Through my eyes, you will see how many times I've been deceived and cheated. You need to believe it, sad but true. Only real eyes have the power to realize the truth, the real lies. Battling all these demons I have somewhere deep inside. Troublesome times ain't nothing new. It's more like the story of my life. One too many of my problems stacked on top of another. How do I escape from this self-inflicted affliction? Sometimes my mind goes running in opposite directions, going nowhere fast. I'm stuck somewhere in the middle of all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was DJ Crux with his song that he submitted for us. Let me toss it over to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, let's start off with you. What'd you think of DJ Crux and his song that he submitted?
The record wasn't all the way bad. Just needed a lot of improvement in some areas. The audio quality, again, wasn't great. Not all the way mad at the idea of it, just the execution wasn't there. Still very early. Just needs a lot of work, so no pass for me.
All right, thank you for that. Knowledge, no pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's toss it to the next judge. He's a platinum producer. DJ Pain 1, what were your thoughts of DJ Crux and his song?
Yeah, you just have to put your best foot forward and really develop an ear to be able to evaluate the quality of your music. So, for example, this was like the third song in the row where I couldn't understand what the person was saying. He just had too many layers. They were all offbeat with one another, and it just sounded like a bunch of people talking at once in my ear. So it was distracting and it was hard to listen to. But you think at very least, as a rapper, you want the listener to be able to understand what your words are. So if that criterion isn't filled when you get to the point where you want to release the song, don't release the song. Clear it up. So that's something that's going to come with experience, but it also comes with, somebody like me telling you and pointing it out and saying, this is an issue. And then, the rest is up to you. Can you figure out how to prevent this from happening? Can you figure out how to enforce standards with your own music and get to the point where you can listen to a song that you've done and said, now this isn't ready. I'm not going to release this yet. So right now you're just not there yet, but it'll come with time and focus.
Awesome. Thank you for that. DJ Pain 1, and just to confirm, Pain 1, that was a no pass from you, right, Pain 1?
My bad, yeah, correct.
Awesome. All right, so no pass from our first two judges, unfortunately. Let's go to the last judge on the lineup. He's a senior director of A&R over at Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, what were your thoughts of DJ Crux and his song?
I agree with everything that the guys said. I agree with everything that Pain 1 said. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's very early. You can listen to what's going on, on Spotify, on these playlists, on radio, and just listening to that and comparing, your song to that, just see if it's even like in the same ballpark. Like, it doesn't have to sound like it, but I mean, like, there has to be a familiarity with it. You know what I mean? And it's just way too early. And I mean, like, you also have to know, like, when to move on. Like, I'm saying that this was uploaded May 18th, 2020. It has 20 views. You know what I mean? It's like you have to, like, know when to move on and go to the next thing. So for me, no pass.
Definitely well said. Thank you for that, Andrew Grant. And you heard it from all three of the judges. No pass, unfortunately, DJ Crux. Check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the judges. All right, guys, next up on the lineup, we have Mr. Sad Boy. Mr. Sad Boy, we do have you in the chat room. Let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the judges. All right, so Mr. Sad Boy, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. Hi, how are you?
What's going on, brother? Where are you from?
So I'm from originally Puerto Rico, moved to Texas when I was like a baby. I lived in Killeen and now I'm living in Belton. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us for today's event. It is great to have you. What is your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
So I just had to double check that. Most of the time when you search up Mr. Sadboy, you'll be able to find me. It's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Twitter, Twitch, everything like that. I'm double checking my Instagram right now because I know we had to edit it. Yeah, Mr. Sadboy01 for my Instagram. Just because someone else took Mr. Sadboy before me.
Gotcha. So, Mr. Sadboy, tell us a little bit about My Broken Bridges. That's a song you submitted today. It's got almost 300 plays on it, and this is a newer song as well. What is this all about? What we're about to listen to here?
So My Broken Bridges, as well as most of my other songs, it's about my ex. She was really toxic relationship, and I just kind of put everything into a song. And while I was at my mom's house, I was talking about cutting her off entirely because I work with her father, and she said, "I'm going to watch yourself. You're going to burn and break all of your bridges." And that's when that song kind of hit me, and I was like, okay. And we made this.
All right, that's what's up. So let's go. Let's take a listen. This is My Broken Bridges with Mr. Sadboy. Let me load up his song. We'll be right back.
Who's that Luke Excite guy? Let these bridges burn, 'cause I don't need them more. And I've been running out of fumes tonight. When the world is over, just give me a call. An empty world is my paradise. Let these bridges burn, 'cause I don't need them more. And I've been running out of fumes tonight. When the world is over, just give me a call. You saw the madman in my eyes. And now I see my life again. Scout, I see my work from my sides. I know I just blew all your minds. I'm driving around without a rover. By you when I look over, I quickly feel less sober. Feeling like a damn leftover. I'm burnt out from all this love, so I'm asking up above. But I ain't got no answer, so I hit the road inside the Lancer. I hit the road, it says a 40, so I hit it with the 50. See my speed is moving quickly. Try to tell that you're not with me. Let these bridges burn, 'cause I don't need them more. And I've been running out of fumes tonight. Just give me a call. An empty world is my paradise. Let these bridges burn, 'cause I don't need them more. And I've been running out of fumes tonight. When the world is over, just give me a call. You saw the madman in my eyes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Sadboy with his song that he submitted for us. Let me toss it over to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's a platinum producer. DJ Pain One, we'll start off with you. What did you think of Mr. Sadboy and his song that he submitted?
I like the hook a lot. I think as a writer, he has a lot of talent. The melody was great. The harmonies sounded good. I think where it fell short was just the production and the mixing. So my advice to you for this kind of track is if you're working towards making the sounds realistic as in a live band, then you really have to put in some extra effort on the sound selection to make those drums sound real and not just kind of artificial the way they did. Or you can go the pop route and say, you know what? I'm just gonna make it sound like a pop record with live guitar, and that works too. It would sound like a weekend track or something, and I think that could work. But right now you're kind of in the middle, and then I didn't really understand any words from the verse, and I think that had to do with the register you were singing in plus the mix. So I imagine you're one of those people that does everything yourself. There's no shame in outsourcing because at this point you're just not a strong engineer. And I've been doing this for 20 years. I don't think I'm a strong engineer. I stick to producing songs. So you don't have to do everything yourself. I think you have a ton of potential. This song just didn't come together the way I think it should. So it's a no pass for me. If I could have heard the verses, it might have been different, but it was just hard for me to judge based on not being able to understand those. But I think you have a ton of talent and potential.
Awesome. Thank you for that. DJ Payne won no pass, unfortunately, from our first judge. Let's toss it to the next judge. He's a senior director of A&R at Warner Music Group, Andrew Grant. What do you think of Mr. Sad Boy and his song?
I think like the direction he's going in is a good direction. You know what I mean? Like it's like a lot of it's like very today. A lot of like like the kids are fucking with. I agree with Payne one as far as like being able it was like hard to understand stuff. But I definitely think that he's talented. I think he has like a cool like direction and vision of what he wants to do. I just think the execution needs to be done better. And then I also think, especially because there's parts where he's kind of rapping. I think the one thing to do that like would make it like a little bit more relevant to today is like keeping like the rock, like the rock music that he has, but then using like more urban drums, trap drums, just something right now that's like more familiar to kids. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of kids these days aren't into live drums or like don't know what it is. You know what I mean? So it'll just keep it a little bit more relevant to go with the live drum or with the urban and trap drums, in my opinion. Other than that, I think it has a lot of potential. I definitely love to hear more. I don't still know if this is the song. It's a no pass for me, but I am going to leave my email because I want to hear more moving forward.
Awesome. There you have it from Andrew Grant. No pass, but he did hook you up with his contact info. So that's a win right there, Mr. Sad Boy. And we got one more judge left. Let me toss it to the last judge. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, what'd you think of Mr. Sad Boy and his song?
Yeah, I'm pretty much in agreement with the guys. Good attempt, definitely has some talent, a lot of potential. Just not particularly the song, but even in his song, I think we would all agree it was probably the best song we've heard so far. Not far from getting a pass, I don't think, but just not there yet. So just no pass for today.
All right, there you have it from all three of the judges. Thank you for that knowledge. No pass, unfortunately, Mr. Sad Boy, but check your email. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. That was Mr. Sad Boy. And next up on the lineup, we have Lower Lenny. Lower Lenny, we do have you in the chat room. Let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the judges. All right, so Lower Lenny, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
What's going on, man? Where are you from?
I'm from Baltimore, man.
Awesome. It's a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you for joining us today for the showcase. And what is your social media so everyone can go ahead and go check you out?
My IG is at 1Len_Dub with 4 G's. DUGGGG.
All right. And you have any other social platforms you want to give a shout out to?
This the family. I got EP on Apple Music. You can just type in Lil Lenny and it's gonna everything pop up. I just really came home from incarceration, so I had to get my life together and move forward. And that's all the song that I sent y'all. That's basically what it's about.
Awesome. Yeah, I see you submitted Man Up. It's from December of 2020. You want to tell us a little bit about this song? I'm making it?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I just came back from incarceration. So basically it was like just all my life, just my life story and me manning up on the way out the door, coming out the door and becoming a man.
All right, that's what's up. So let's go ahead, let's take a listen. This is Lower Lenny with his song Man Up. Let me load this up. We'll be right back.
This is struggle shit. You ain't gonna feel
Turn
it.
up a little bit,
Only the real gonna feel this shit right here.
Mama raised me up. Prison made me man up. Took a chance, it was
Talk
rough.
to him, let me talk.
Link up with Lenny, call me good and plenty. Money don't make you, it make people envy. If you hanging around me, God know how shoot that send me. Always talking about fire, cause I know it's in me. Taking risks every day just to survive. Minute to society, home of the wire. When we carry guns, we don't put them on a tire. Yeah, we strapped up like fucking Al-Qaeda. Never let a nigga tell you what you gon' be fine with. See you guys wearing fake rollies, TikTok, and family act won't never want for nothing. Think I'm bluffing. Just because I get high doesn't mean I'm struggling. skater, but I roll smooth like a newborn baby. Can't cause me, I'm on a ride. If I do a hit, got wear disguise. Creep down on I'ma leave away live. Can't leave the house without the go getter. If it start raining, I gotta go hit him. Catching them plays like Odell Beckham. If I just met him, I gave him a tester. Ride with Eve, he giving me lessons. Talking about life and making investments. Time shop up and get mine. Look at my watch, it's the perfect time. Told my bitch to stop tripping. We bout to start eating. Only thing she gotta do is stop being conceited. I'm on the road to riches. They telling by the pictures, but I don't show a lot. Feds tryna watch. This roll down 100 piece. With my niggas, we having a feast. She so hard, got bridges with teeth. Pitching in motion like RG3. Now it's about time my niggas get paid. So we can sit back and laugh at the haters. Entrepreneurs, that shit motivated. My trap phone is banging real crazy. My trap phone banging real crazy. My trap phone banging real crazy. Yeah. Yeah, mama raised me up. Prison made me man up. Took a chance, but it was rough. Made it out the fucking mud. Couldn't let that stop me. Couldn't let that fuck my schedule up. I don't want like rock. Eat real stone on Molly. Niggas be slide. Yeah, mama raised me up. Prison made me man up. Took a chance, but it was rough. Made it out the fucking mud. Couldn't let that stop me. Couldn't let that fuck my schedule up. I don't want like rock. Eat real stone on Molly. Niggas be slide.
Motherfucking builder, nigga.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Lower Lenny with his song that he submitted for us. Let me toss it over to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, let's start off with you. What'd you think of Lower Lenny and his song?
I didn't think the song was all the way bad. It just felt more like a freestyle. Still felt very raw, still early. I could tell he has some talent, some rapping talent, ability to kind of get his story out. Just needs to stay in the booth some more and just really work on his style and his and how he wants to be presented as an artist. But I think if he keeps working, he can come up with some stuff. You know what I mean? He just got to keep working and stay in the booth and really like make a job out of it. So no pass for me today, though.
All right, thank you for that knowledge. No pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's toss it to the next judge. He's a platinum producer, DJ Pain One. What'd you think of Lower Lenny and his song that he submitted?
I like the verses a lot. I like when the cadence switched up. The energy was good. There were some lines in there. I like the TikTok line. The hook I didn't even realize there was a hook though until I heard it come in twice, and I was like, oh, that's the hook. So that it felt like that was kind of an afterthought. So moving forward, just really put in the same amount of care and attention that you put into the verses, into the hook, and it might maybe even more because the hook's gonna come in more than the verses. The verses don't repeat, you know what I mean? But the hooks do. So that's what catches people. I was just happy that the quality was good and I could hear the lyrics and I remember the lines, so I'm gonna give it a pass.
Awesome. There you have it. DJ Pain One hooking you up with your first pass from the judges. We have another tie, 1 pass and 1 no pass, which means it's all up to our last judge on the lineup. He's a senior director of A&R at Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, you're the tiebreaker once again. What do you think of Lower Lenny and his song?
I mean, I agree with everything that they said. I really agree with what Knowledge said. Like, I think he has a really good voice. I think his tone is good. I think that, he's able to rap. For me, it's just more about, putting together like a good song. You know what I mean? Like, it does feel like a freestyle and it does feel raw. But I definitely think he's talented. But like, I also just like going for songs, you know what I mean? So like, for me, based off the song today, I'm gonna have to say no pass, but I think he's super talented. I think he has a lot of potential, and I think he should definitely keep working. And like Payne said, just focus on the hook. You know what I mean? Like, make sure that there's something there for people, to sing along to. That's making it's making it easier.
Definitely. Andrew Grant, thank you for that. No pass, unfortunately, from the judges today, Lower Lenny. But check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all 3 of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. That was Lower Lenny. All right, guys, next up on the lineup, we have Chevron Blue. Chevron Blue, we do have you in the chat room. Let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the judges. All right, so Blue, can you hear us? What's up, man? You're muted. Go ahead, can you hear us?
Yo,
How's it going, brother? Where you from?
yo, Kiri,
Yeah, we got you. Where you from?
Long Beach, California.
Awesome. It's a pleasure to have you, man. I hope you're driving safely here. We just wanted
you know, I got this.
what's your social media? Several could go ahead and go check you out.
My socials is Chevron Blue RTC. To me, all the way through on everything really, except for Snapchat. I'm not on Snapchat, but it's on Twitter, Instagram. I don't really be on TikTok, but I got one.
All right, cool. So tell us a little bit about this song you submitted today. This is a newer song. It's called Blush. It's got over 62,000 plays on it. What is this all about? You want to give us a little insight on this?
Wait, my bad. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, it's all good. I was saying your song you submitted today called Blush. It's got over 62,000 plays on it. What is this song all about? What are we about to listen to here?
Hold on, I'm like having low.
And Chevron Blue, can you hear us? All right, we're losing you there. No worries. We're going to go ahead and play his song. Let me load this up. We'll be right back.
Glock, fully trippin', we gon' flush. You gon' play with me, white tee, gon' blush. Come on. We got Glock, fully trippin', we gon' flush. You come on. Gon' play with me, white tee, gon' blush. Yeah.
Fully auto AR at my daddy out. He ain't even know I hid it underneath the couch. I'm really rolling crippin', so I took the paper route. Get the weed from the city, end up in the south. Hey, been summer at my granny house. This shot my second home, best food like hands down. Bought my older cousin, so I got them hands now. So if you thinking you a op, better stand down. Hey, I got them one-hitter quitters. Bitch racist, but she know I'm that nigga. Lips big, but she know I'm not jigger. Got money on the run, call that go figure. I've been around the world, seen a lot of shit. Hey, life experience turn you to the coldest crib. I pick your ring, super lit, Vegas Strip. I'm a complete nigga, got the chip and dip.
Yeah. We got Glock, fully trippin', we gon' flush. You gon' play with me, white tee, gon' blush. Ooh. We got Glocks, fully trippin', we gon' flush. You gon' play with me, white tee, gon' blush. Ooh.
T-shirt gon' blush like makeup. Mama crying, wish her baby would just wake up. We keep spinning like a top shoot to wake up. Plenty funerals, hope your homies got their cake up. Ran through Houston, they thought I was a little flip. I flipped the brick house, stripper bitches busting tricks. I'm Don Dada, top shotter like almost ripped. Out him and Holly and Pollard, I'm Charlie Clips. Your girl got tripped out her cop and Chanel drip. It's Crippin' culture, she call me Chanel Crip. I broke your bitch with my lips, I'm a pimp. She walked back home till you broke, that's a limp. I'm a young Michael Jackson. Moonwalk to the pussy like what's happening. Got shit in common, we both obsessed with phantoms. Got 5 jackets on my pinky, diamonds dancing, 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 dancing. She's a dance machine. Oh baby, do it baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Chevron Blue with his song and his video that he submitted for us today. Let me toss it over to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's the Senior Director of A&R at Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, you'll be up first. What were your thoughts of Chevron Blue and his song with his video that he submitted?
I mean, it just like, for me, it kind of like felt all over the place. Like, I couldn't tell like which section of the song was which. I know that like that sound is like, it's like a niche sound. There's people that'll fuck with it. But like for me, just like the execution again, like was not put together, like that well. I mean, he can rap, but I think it's more about just like getting the song structure down. So for me, it's a no pass.
All right, thank you for that, Andrew Grant. No pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's toss it to the next judge. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, what were your thoughts of Chevron Blue and his song that he submitted?
I mean, I thought the record was solid. I thought he had some good bars in there, definitely talented. It's definitely like a sound that's kind of popular within the city, within LA. Draco, Blue Bloods Clan, like it's in that vein of style of music. I mean, I'm gonna give him a pass. And I'm gonna say that mainly more than anything because he got the views. You know what I mean? So that shows that somebody's fucking with it, somebody's listening to it, somebody likes it. There's a place for it. So I'm gonna say a pass. Not necessarily so much because I just love the song, but you know what I mean? The people kind of spoke, so I'm gonna go with them.
All right, there you have it. Knowledge hooking you up with your first pass from the judges. We have a tie once again. Both A&Rs disagreeing here. One pass and one no pass. It's all up to our last judge. He's a platinum producer. DJ Payne 1, what do you think of Chevron Blue and his song?
Yeah, I mean, it feels current, but it also just kind of, there's that weird element to it. Like the hook was weird where he's doing the kind of falsetto operatic singing, and there were some funny moments. I'm like, I think the execution could be better, but I think he has the potential to be a unique personality, so I'm going to give it a pass.
Awesome. DJ Payne 1 with the save, giving you your second pass from the judges, which means Chevron Blue, you're the first artist today moving on to the next round. That's the Coast to Coast Live World Championship, where you'll compete for the $50,000 in prizes. Big congratulations to you, Chevron Blue. You're the first artist today moving on to the next round. We'll see you live in the next stage of the competition. All right, guys, up next on the lineup, we have Linda. Now, Linda, we don't have you in the chat room, but we do have your song ready to go. So let me go ahead and load this up. We'll be right back.
Was it easier to see me as a fumbling child and put on an audience? Could you pull me in the public right at the subway in daylight and laughing like? Was it dreaming? Were we dreaming? Heaven only saves me from my dreaming. Am I dreaming? Well, we could have walked in the dream, unafraid. Oh, there's only so much a dream can go capture. When I recall you just sing let it go. Unapologetic of the things you said the night when you said I was reckless. Was I dreaming? Were we dreaming? Heaven only saves me from my dreaming. Am I dreaming? Well, we could have walked in a dream, unafraid. Oh,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Linda with her song and her video that she submitted for us. Let me toss it over to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, let's start off with you. What'd you think of Linda and her song that she submitted?
Man, you know what? I thought she was pretty good. More than anything, I liked her voice. I felt like it stood out. It was kind of unique. It struck me as soon as I heard it. I didn't love the song, you know what I'm saying? But I thought the song was pretty good overall. I thought she had some good parts in there for sure. But I really just liked the way she sounded. So I'm going to give her a pass.
Awesome. Thank you for that knowledge. Giving you your first pass from the judges. Let's toss it to the next judge. He's a platinum producer. DJ Payne 1, what were your thoughts of Linda and her video that she submitted?
I'm on the fence because I like the aesthetic a lot, but I felt like the vocals just stayed in a very safe range and didn't go anywhere. There were no layers. There were no crescendos, no harmonies. The vocal production just pretty much didn't exist. I think her aesthetic was super dope. I think what she was going for, I think her vision is outrunning the product right now. And when she starts feeling comfortable taking more risks, actually, you don't feel comfortable taking risks. It's an uncomfortable process. So whenever she starts taking more risks, you can say, you know what, I'm going to elevate the musicality more. I'm going to add some layers. I'm going to take the listener on a journey of ups and downs with my vocals and not rely on the production to do everything while my voice just stays the same. Then I think the product will be elevated. Right now, I just don't think it's where it needs to be. So, God, I guess it's a no pass for me.
All right, DJ Payne 1 with the no pass, unfortunately. So you have a tie, 1 pass and 1 no pass, which means once again it's all up to our last judge on the lineup. He's a senior director of A&R at Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, you're the tiebreaker for this one. What'd you think of Linda and her video?
I mean, for me, this genre of music is not my strong point. I do know that there's like a fan base for it. I know there's people out there that are like really into this. I don't know too much about it, but like I definitely think that she's talented. To me, I think it sounded good. I think she has a lot of talent. Again, like it's not my strong point. Like I'd love to hear more from her, but like she has a good voice. Like she knows what she's doing. I'm gonna give her a pass.
Awesome. Andrew Grant with the save, hooking you up with your second pass from the judges. Congratulations to you, Linda. You're the next artist today. Moving on to the next round. That's the Coast to Coast Live World Championship, where you'll compete for the $50,000 in prizes. Big congratulations once again. We'll see you live in the next round. And next up on the lineup, we have By Me. By Me, we do have you in the chat room. Let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other 3 of the judges. All right, so By Me, can you hear us?
Yeah.
What's going on, man? Where are you from?
From Toronto, Canada.
Representing Toronto. It's a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you for joining us for today's event. And what is your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
Everyone, you already know, you gotta check me out on everything is By Me. BYEME is it. BYEME on everything.
All right, awesome. So
my Instagram actually is BYEM.E. Somebody's messed it up, but everything else is being Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, all that.
All right, awesome. So tell us a little bit about this song you submitted today. It's got almost 500 plays on it. What is this all about? What are we about to listen to here?
This song is like, it's just in a place, you know, it's like I'm just doing me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm away from a lot of people I used to mess with, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm sitting there saying, how can I trust again, you know? You can't even trust your friend, he'll slap you up, you know what I mean? You can't trust no shorty, she gonna fuck your nigga behind your back, like, you know? I felt like something that a lot of people would relate to as well. So I was like, you know what? I'll make a song about how I'm feeling right now. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, fuck y'all niggas. I don't trust y'all niggas. Doing my thing. That's what the track about. Yeah.
All right, dope. So this is By Me with his official video. Let me load this up. We'll be right back.
Hey, hey, what? They say they don't know me, how could you know me? You was a young boy, me I'm an OG. Been trapping all day, then I went OT. Then I came back, made it hot like a road. Don't tell me you down, cause you gotta show me. I pull up like Christ, turn a boy holy. No burner bands, I'm burning bands slowly. Just put a strap and gave broski the oldie. Shout out to Tuffy, stay dripping Goldie. R.I.P. Neff, my family, my broski. Don't give a F for your bros me. I'm smoking loud, riding around in a slowly. She wanna fuck, told her let's fuck. After we fuck, baby don't hold me. Came out the muck, never had luck. I bought a butt, get paid on my loan. They say they don't know me, how could you know me? You was a young boy, me I'm an OG. Been trapping all day, then I went OT. Then I came back, made it hot like a roti. They say they don't know me, how could you know me? You was a young boy, me I'm an OG. Been trapping all day, then I went OT. Then I came back, made it hot like a roti.
I'm doing the road, green light mean gold. And I ain't talking about the flow, in case you niggas didn't know. Niggas talking out the shot, you on Instagram live. And yeah, we cooking in the pot, and yeah, we cooking up the raw. Niggas looking at me bad, you be jealous of my style. They gon' blackball the truth, until the truth go wild. I heard you niggas wanna trap, I heard you shipping in the stash. Think you talking real facts, until you niggas get clapped.
They say they don't know me, how could you know me? You was a young boy, me I'm an OG. Been trapping all day, then I went OT. Then I came back, made it hot like a roti. They say they don't know me, how could you know me? You was a young boy, me I'm an OG. Been trapping all day, then I went OT. Then I came back, made it hot like a roti. They say they don't know me, how could you know me? You was a young boy, me I'm an OG. Been trapping all day, then I went OT. Then I came back, made it hot like a roti. They say they don't know me, how could you know me? You was a young boy, me I'm an OG. Been trapping all day, then I went OT. Then I came back, made it hot like a roti.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was By Me with his song and his video that he submitted for us today. Let me toss it to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's a platinum producer. DJ Pain One, we'll start off with you. What were your thoughts of By Me and his song that he submitted?
I think the mix needs a lot of work, but you know, that's not necessarily his responsibility, other than just being the voice of quality control, because it's his product, so it's him putting his best foot forward out there. So just, you know, really, as you move forward, make sure you're doing as much quality control on your own music as possible. But I thought it was a good record. I like the concept of the hook. I like the energy. I think the second, well, who cares about the second verse? It was him on the first verse and the hook, and I thought both of those were strong, so I'm going to give it a pass.
Awesome. Thank you for that. DJ Pain One hooking you up with your first pass from the judges. Let's toss it to the next judge. He's a senior director of A&R at Warner Music Group, Andrew Grant. What do you think of By Me and his song?
Yeah, I fuck with it. This shit's hard. I left my email. I definitely want to hear some more records. That shit was hard. I fuck with it. Like, it sounds different, but it's still cool. You know what I mean? Like, I fuck with it.
Awesome. So that would definitely be a pass then, right, Andrew?
Yeah, it's a pass.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Andrew Grant hooking you up with your second pass from the judges. Let's toss it to the last judge. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, what do you think of By Me and his song?
Yeah, I like the record. I didn't really love the featured artist on the record. I thought that, you know, we could have done without that. He didn't really do the record justice.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
First artist, the main one on the hook in the first verse, yeah, I liked it. Pass for sure.
Awesome. All the judges agreeing today. By Me, you're the next artist today. Moving on to the next round. That's the Coast to Coast Live World Championship, where you'll compete for the $50,000 in prizes in our championship. Big congratulations to you. By Me, we'll see you live in the next round. Next up on the lineup, we have Breezy FF. Breezy FF, we do have you in the chat room. Let's go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the judges. All right, so Breezy, can you hear us? As we try to connect with you here. Breezy, can you hear us?
Hold on 1 second. I can hear me.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Where are you from?
What's up? I'm from New York. I'm from Bronx, New York, South Bronx.
Representing New York. It's a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you for joining us today. And what is your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
On Instagram is JEEZY.ff.
Awesome. Do you have any other social platforms you want to give a shout out to as well?
Facebook. I'm barely on Facebook though. Breezy Moolah.
Okay, cool. So tell us a little bit about your song. It's got over 1,600 plays on it. It's called Sneaky. And this is a newer song. It's from March. What is this all about? What about to listen to here?
You know, it's just mainly like, it was like a sneaky time for me to just drop a song. Because like, I feel like nobody was expecting me to be doing music, you know? Plus, it was just a lot of emotions I put into the song, like getting different aspects a lot of people could relate to.
All right, dope. So let's go ahead. Let's take a listen. This is Breezy FF with his song and his video, Sneaky. Let me load this up. We'll be right back.
Hard-headed baby. I knew my time was coming, I just waited for it. Remember laying down in bed, steady praying on it. All them nights we stayed up, working, started working for us. Now the tour bus filled with bitches trying to twerk it for us. No new niggas, I don't need those. They ain't have no new gear, now we flee. Oh, how some things just change, Breezy go oh. So hard, how he styling on the beat, whoa. We leaving blood in the streets, nobody getting saved. Give a fuck by police, high lows hit his face, made his body do a yeet. Mama know I'm straight, cause your son, he a G. I'ma keep it in the streets. Can a soul tell me how to feel? Lost a couple niggas. Streets so cold, so the hammer keep it with us. Trust no hoes, they go line you in a minute. Don't end up with the fishes, putting trust up in these bitches. You wanna catch a vibe, come and vibe with the members. I ain't lying when I tell you how a nigga had to get it. They lying if they tell you that they bully my niggas. We the bully my nigga, hoodies on, we spinning. You wanna catch a vibe, come and vibe with the members. I ain't lying when I tell you how a nigga had to get it. They lying if they tell you that they bully my niggas. We the bully my nigga, hoodies on, we spinning. I knew my time was coming, I just waited for it. Remember laying down in bed, steady praying for it. All them nights we stayed up, working, started working for us. Now the tour bus filled with bitches trying to twerk it for us. No new niggas, I don't need those. Ain't have no new gear, now we flee. Oh, how some things just change, Breezy go oh. So hard, how he styling on the beat, whoa. I'm the golden child, promise I won't never settle. Bitches ain't have time till the ice was on the bezel. Hood rock star, so I'm rocking heavy metal. And the drip too hard, but it's easy cause I'm special. Better pipe down, lower your shit. All my shooters hit, they shot, they don't miss. I could never be a clown or a bitch. Niggas never come around. Now look at this. Long time, I waited for mine, all mine. I was patient for mine a long time. Now we doing things they said we couldn't. Yeah. I knew my time was coming, I just waited for it. Remember laying down in bed, steady praying on it. All them nights we stayed up, working, started working for us. Now the tour bus filled with bitches trying to twerk it for us. No new niggas, I don't need those. Ain't have no new gear, now we flee. Oh, how some things just change, Breezy go oh. So hard, how he styling on the beat, whoa.
All right, everyone. So that was Breezy FF with his song and his video that he submitted for us today. Let me toss it over to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's a senior director of A&R at Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, you'll be up first. What do you think of Breezy FF and his song?
I fuck with him. He's talented for sure. Like the two things that I have to say though is like it's kind of like in the little TJ vein for me, but I think he's super talented. Like, and I think that like one thing that you could do to get away from that is like the tone's already similar, but the production that you pick is also kind of similar to what he picks. So I think if you pick like production or sounds that are like a little bit different from what he's doing, you could really stand out because your writing is good, your delivery is good, your voice is good. So I was trying to find, a way to just like do something like a little bit different to like, get separated from that comparison. But I think he's talented. I left you my email, my IG. Like, hit me up ASAP. I want to hear some more shit. But that's a pass for me.
Awesome. There you have it. Positive stuff there from Andrew Grant, hooking you up with your first pass from the judges and his contact info as well. Let's move on now to the next judge on the lineup. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, what'd you think of Breezy FF and his song that he submitted?
Yeah, man, I think he's definitely talented. I agree with Andrew 100%. Everything he said, I agree with him. Definitely dangerously close to TJ, A Boogie, Stunner Gambino. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta. It's even more names I could name. You know what I mean? So it's like the way you're gonna be able to separate yourself, like he said, is through the production. Some of us, you know what I mean, picking different production that maybe they wouldn't necessarily get on, or just expanding your sound as you grow. I know a lot of times, you know what I mean, new artists tend to like gravitate or imitate some of the sounds, some of the music that they listen to. You know what I mean? So as you develop and grow as artists and you keep on going, just, keep that in mind of how you can separate yourself from some of the other artists that are just in your borough. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a pass, though.
Definitely. Thank you for that knowledge. And moving on now to our last judge on the lineup. He's a platinum producer, DJ Pain One. What were your thoughts of Breezy FF and his song?
I just wanted the hook to stand out more from the verses, but regardless, I would have definitely given him a pass if my vote actually counted at this point. So it's a unanimous decision, 3 out of 3.
Awesome. There you have it from all three of the judges, hooking you up with a pass. Breezy FF, congratulations. You're the next artist today. Moving on to the Coast to Coast Live World Championship, where you'll compete for the $50,000 in prizes. Breezy, congratulations once again. We'll see you live in the next round. And next up on the lineup, we do have Seth. Seth, let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other 3 of the judges. All right, so Seth, as we connect with you here, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Awesome, brother. What's going on, man? Where are you from?
Man, I just want to say, first and foremost, man, all glory to Jesus Christ, bro, 100%. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Big 414 over here, man. What's going on?
Awesome. It's a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you for joining us today. And what is your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
My social media is Yellow Kid Music with a K on everything. That's everything, bro. I think my SoundCloud might be hard to change, but that's Cash Out. But the main name is Yellow Kid Music.
All right, cool. So tell us about this song. It's called Running It. What is this all about? What are we about to listen to here?
So it's basically about taking control of your destiny, but at the same time dodging what everybody say about you. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like everybody wants to tell you how not to do something based on their own limitations to try to tell you what you can do. But the stronger people mentally are the ones that hear that, but know how to, you know what I'm saying, to prevail, overcome that. You feel me? So that's pretty much what it's about, that kind of thing.
All right, cool. So this is Seth with his song Running It. Let me load this up and we'll be right back.
I was so scared to put this out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I did not want to do it. I didn't even write a chorus to this, but I'll just be like, running it. Yeah, you know that I'm running it. Running it. Yeah, you know that I'm running it. Come on, brother. How did I run it? How did I not hit running it? Damn it, you know that I'm running it. But I'ma go in like I'm running it. Running it. Damn it, you know that I'm running the game. Putting the middle on the map when I'm at it, created a name. Then I created a lane. Y'all done been spitting the same. While I just been stacking my change. I might be setting the flame. Hey, they told me that down for the Mayday. That's down for the crash. You ain't allowed here, you need a badge. Only legend, guys and kings can chill in this type of a lodge. Conquered the type of them odds and made them my bitches. No, I'm not defined by my riches. Show values in life are too different. I do all this rapping for people that slacking and showing to show up. But you a light, just wait and you glow up. All of the people who hate it gon' show up. They gon' be coming with lies and remember the times if I can devise. If they weren't there for your lows, then why would they be for your highs, man? Stiff on, running back. I was the one that they pick on. Now I'm the one that they pick on. Like, ooh, let me play this song. He was going hard on this one. Started adventure. So stop till you finish finish it. Never let someone diminish it. They be afraid of their own limitations, that's why they gon' say you ain't making it. Like, how you gon' make a that statement if you never shedded them tears? Been deep and down for them years, taking them trips, wishing that it was your lair. Pray that my fears disappear, tell God to taking the stare. Now I think that's why we're here. Spit when I spit, I think I'm making it clear. Y'all niggas spitting your smear, not even near. Your mommy singing my raps, she got the thunderous cat. You lie on all your tracks, I stay on track like a train, and I be writing my raps. Y'all keep going the same, even through all of the pain. He's still remaining the same. Actually, matter of fact, I'm actually better. Y'all gon' remember the name. I'ma be king of the gang out of Milwaukee. I know it's sounding insane. You think that I'm running it now? Wait till I'm running the game. You think that I'm running it now, nigga? Wait till I'm running the game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Seth with his song that he submitted for us today. Let me toss it to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, let's start off with you. What'd you think of Seth and his song that he submitted?
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it at all. You know, I like the energy in it. It didn't all the way have the structure, I guess. It felt kind of loose, you know what I mean, with the structure, but at the same time, he did have some talent. I like the energy. I'm a little on the fence about this one because it was good, though. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at it. Like, I'm going to give him a pass, man. I'm going to give him a pass.
All right, that's what's up. Knowledge hooking you up with your first pass from the judges. Let's move on now to the next judge on the lineup. He's a platinum producer, DJ Payne 1. You'll be up next. What'd you think of Seth and his song that he submitted?
Yeah, I'm on the fence too because there was no hook. There really wasn't any structure. The cadences kind of felt like everything else I'm hearing, just the triplet pattern. But the energy was great. His ability to convey his personality through the delivery of the lyrics was great. I don't know. If Knowledge is giving him a pass, I'll give him a pass.
Awesome. There you have it. DJ Payne 1 hooking you up with your second pass from the judges. Let's toss it to the last judge. He's the senior director of A&R over at Warner Music Group, Andrew Grant. What'd you think of Seth and his song that he submitted?
I'm trying to figure out why Knowledge's background changes every time he's on video first. But
you noticed that too,
right? Listen, if I had the headboard background like you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think he's talented. Like, I hate to like say I'm on the fence like the other guys did, but like I really am because like he's talented, he can rap, but you know, like I'm more of a song person, you know what I mean? Like I'm here for the song, and it's like there's nothing on there that a kid can sing back. You know what I mean? It's just rapping. It's a lot of information, a lot of words. But like I'm not hating because like I think he's talented. It's just the structure. But man, I don't know. I go off of songs, man. I got to give it a no pass. I'm sorry.
All right, Andrew Grant with the no pass, but you did get 2 passes from the other 2 judges. So Seth, you are moving on to the next round. That's Coast to Coast Live World Championship, where you'll compete for the $50,000 in prizes. Seth, congratulations. We'll see you live in the next round. And next up on the lineup, we do have Doc T. Doc T, let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other 3 of the judges. All right, so Doc T, as you're joining us here, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys. First things, I just wanted to point out that the lives on Facebook and Instagram went down. My people who were watching and they can't watch anymore.
Gotcha. Yeah, so we are live now. We're fully aware of it. So okay. Yeah, we got a whole team on it, so we're good to go.
Solid.
Doc T, so tell us what's your social media, so everyone can go ahead and go check it out.
So you can find me on anything. www.youtube.com/DocTMOB. You can find me DocT.MOB, Instagram, Facebook, all that. I'm doing releases every Monday, and yeah, let's go.
Gotcha, man. So tell us a little bit about this song you submitted today. I see it's got over 19,000 plays on it, and this is a newer song. What is this all about? What are we about to listen to?
Yeah, the song's called All About the Money. You know, I was partying one night. I was actually in the studio recording something else for an award show that I have to go and do. And we partied throughout the night, and then this song just kind of came out of us. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Awesome, that's what's up. So let's take a listen. All About the Money with Doc T. Let me load up his song. We'll be right back.
Money, drop it in my wallet. 8-ball, call it, corner, pocket. Too advanced, that's game, boy. You have with the swag, don't play, boy. Money, 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 money. Yeah, it's all about the money. Yeah, it's all about the money. Money, 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 money. Yeah, it's all about the money. Yeah, it's all about the money. Used to hate who I was, now I'm in love with who I am. Back in high school, I used to hustle for them stacks. Now I'm in the game, boy, and I come for my advance. Phil Jackson standard, ready for the last dance. Want a house on the hills and a new Rolls Royce, or a house on the lake with a whole bunch of toys. Everywhere I go, we make a whole bunch of noise. See them strippers on the pole, getting low for the boy, for the money, 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 money. Yeah, it's all about the money. Yeah, it's all about the money. Money, 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 money. Yeah, it's all about the money. Yeah, it's all about the money. Party time, I'ma throw away the 40 cap. Get a backwood rolling up a 40 sack. Don't need to mess around and playing with you horny cats, girl. Keep it a million, like Toy Black. Damn, it ain't never gonna stop. Wanna be a trap queen, get the Fetty for the wop. Now she got an attitude like she Jenny from the block. Like them stick up kids, give me everything you got. Got money, drop it in my wallet. 8-ball, call it, corner, pocket. Too advanced, that's game, boy. You have with the swag, don't play, boy. Money, 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 money. Yeah, it's all about the money. Yeah, it's all about the money. See the world as it changes. Gallagher family, yeah, we shameless. I ain't no regular dude. Think I'm gonna chase the kitty, I ain't Pappy LeBeau. No, no. So I stand on my own. It was Jedi mind tricks, now it's Attack of the Clones. Did it on my own, making something out of nothing. That means everything. When you coming from where I'm from, money, drop it in my wallet. 8-ball, call it, corner, pocket. Too advanced, that's game, boy. You have with the swag, don't play, boy. Money, 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 money. Yeah, it's all about the money. Yeah, it's all about the money. Money, 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 money. Yeah, it's all about the money.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Doc T with his song that he submitted for us today. Let me toss it over to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's the Senior Director of A&R over at Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, you'll be up first. What were your thoughts of Doc T and his song?
I mean, he understands like songwriting and song structure better than a lot of people. You know, he's good at like putting together songs, but like the mix and the quality for me, like, you know, I mean, like the mixing definitely has to step up. And I mean, like the song structure was good, but I still feel like a lot of like the lyrics and the stuff was like really generic. So I think, you know, maybe you could step it up there. but you know, like he understands putting together songs, which I like. But just like off the quality and everything, I got to give it a no pass today.
All right, thank you for that, Andrew Grant. No pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go to the next judge. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, you'll be up next. What were your thoughts of Doc T and his song that he submitted?
I mean, I agree with Andrew. I think he definitely understands the song structure, even the simplicity, like within the hook. You know what I mean? So it's easily rememberable. But like Andrew said, the lyrics, they just weren't there. They weren't tight enough. They weren't witty enough. The delivery felt a little dated. So that's where, more than anything, I think he needs to really do the work on. So it'll be a no pass for me today.
All right, thank you for that, Knowledge. No pass, unfortunately, from our second judge as well. Let's go to our last judge. He's a platinum producer, DJ Pain One. What were your thoughts of Doc T and his song?
Yeah, I agree with the other judges. I know my vote doesn't count. But yeah, there wasn't anything wrong with the song, other than just, you know, the quality issues. It sounded like the vocals that were recorded on a microphone that maybe wasn't meant to be used for studio vocals because it was distorting quite a bit. Maybe it was just because they layered too many vocals on top of one another. But yeah, I think structurally it was very sound in terms of just innovation, especially the hook. It wasn't all that memorable. It was just money, 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 money. So it was just kind of like a concept that was very low on the uniqueness scale. So he had some good lines in the verses, though, some clever lines in the verses. You just got to transfer that to the hook too.
Definitely some great stuff there. Thank you for that. DJ Pain One. Well, it's a no pass from the judges today, Doc T. But check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. That was Doc T, everyone. All right, guys, next up on the lineup, we have Anonymous. Anonymous, we do have you in the chat room. Let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the judges. All right, so Anonymous, can you hear us? There we go. We got you now. Can you hear us?
Yeah. What up?
What's going on, brother? Where are you from?
From Miami.
Representing Miami, man. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, sir.
And what is your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
On IG and Instagram, it's anonymous_305.
All right, that's what's up. Now, Anonymous, tell us about this song you submitted today. It's got over 7,000 plays, and this is from back in February, so this is not too long ago. What is this all about? What are we about to listen to here?
Well, first of all, I want to just thank God for this opportunity. You know, thank the judges for being here, listening to me, giving me this shot. This song right here is, you know, it's a vibe. The name of the song is called I Adore You. It's pretty much a vibe for the ladies, man. All the females that hear it, they love it. It's very catchy. I can see the song on top of the Billboard top charts in the UK and all that. You know, I got people putting in their playlists and everything. You know, I believe in this song. Shout out to my boy on the hook, the Johnny Stacy. You can find him on IG as well. He's killing the hook. Yeah, like we bringing it. We bringing it on this one.
All right, that's what's up. So let's go. Let's take a listen. This is Anonymous with his song. Let me load this up. We'll be right back.
Eyebrows done, lashes on, body feels right. Hair done, nails did, and that dress is so tight. Got your high heels on,
hey, sexy mama, you looking kinda famous. I just want your number and tell me what your name is. Any request or answers, yes, just say it. You want a dress from your favorite designer, just name it. I can get in your world and girl, I can change it. Say you want a Range Rover, I can arrange it. Put system in your trunk, let them thump it, bang it. Put ice around your neck, your friends will think you sprained it. Take it to the islands, over to the Caymans. Give you good tongue, have you speaking different language. Thick with them hips like you mix with black and Spanish. I got a big dick, so when I hit, I can manage. Don't worry about the price, if it look nice, let them stand it. First class flights, wherever you like, we can land it. And whatever you wanna do, shorty, just plan it. And I work on your body all day like a mechanic, for real.
All right, everyone, so that was Anonymous with his song that he submitted for us today. Let me toss it over to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's a platinum producer. DJ Pain One, we'll start off with you. What were your thoughts of Anonymous and his song that he submitted?
I think the hook has a lot of potential. I think the overall song has a lot of potential. There were just some problems with the execution, but yeah, I don't know. I think probably at the point that he's at, he did put his best foot forward, and yeah, I don't know. I think it has potential. It just needs work. I left some more specific notes in terms of the vocal production and so forth, but I'm on the fence. I'll give him a pass because I did like the hook. I think he's on the right track, definitely.
Awesome, thank you for that, DJ Pain One. No, you said, I'm sorry, that was a pass or a no pass, Pain One? I'm sorry, I didn't take note. You said it was a pass. I'm sorry, Pain One, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, pass. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, so that's your first pass from the judges from DJ Pain One. Let's toss it to the next judge on the lineup. He's the senior director of A&R at Warner Music Group, Andrew Grant. What were your thoughts of Anonymous and his song that he submitted?
I definitely think that he's talented. Like, I definitely think that he has potential. Again, the song was over 4 minutes long, so too long for me. And it also felt like a little bit like like Broadway almost to me instead of like an actual like radio song. So I was trying to like tighten that up a little bit. But like his structure and like knowledge of putting together a song is there and it's good. But like just based off of this one, it's a no pass. But I definitely think he's talented. Just stick with it. And yeah, like just like focus on like trying to like get away so much from like the dramatic Broadway feel and making it more of just like standard like standard like pop radio for today.
All right, thank you for that, Andrew Grant. No pass, unfortunately, from our second judge. So we do have a tie once again. One pass and one no pass, which means it's all up to our last judge on the lineup. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, you're the tiebreaker for this one. What were your thoughts of Anonymous and his song that he submitted?
I thought he was talented. I think the record had some good parts on it, some stuff that could be built upon. Overall, the record just wasn't there for me yet. It didn't feel. It had a good feeling to it, but it just didn't feel like I want to hear it again. You know what I'm saying? And partially, yeah, because it was very long as well. So for me, it'll be a no pass. Just needs to do some more work, I think, on that particular record.
All right, there you have it from Knowledge. No pass, unfortunately, today, Anonymous. But check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. That was Anonymous. And up next on the lineup, we have Big Chris. Now, Big Chris, we do have you in the chat room. Let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the judges. All right, so Big Chris, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, brother? Where are you from?
Florida, Altamont Springs, Florida.
Awesome, man. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining us today. And what is your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
On IG, you can find me at FLA_Big Chris. Facebook, same thing. FLA_Big Chris. FLA Diggy.
All right, cool. So tell us a little bit about your song today. It's called Opportunity. It's got almost 200 plays on it. What is this all about? What about to listen to here?
All right, so Opportunities is basically it's more of an intro. It's more of an intro to the project that I'm working on, and yes, it has no hook, but you'll hear why. It's just a go straight through song, just a hype club song to get everybody built up. You feel me, for the next one that ties into the next song. So I had a good plan on that one and why I did it like that. So this is basically opportunities, like just when you hear that opportunity knocking on your door, go for it. Don't sleep on yourself. I was sleeping on myself for so many years, so I actually opened that door for that, that opportunity was knocking, and I took myself more serious, and it just goes to show, just like, take advantage of every opportunity you get. So that's what it's about.
All right, Big Chris, there you have it from Big Chris. Let me load up his song, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. F and down. Hey, big move, opportunity. Swing the door, kick it in if you don't let me in. Tight space, walking sideways if I can't fit it in. Virginity, her first time she bout to cheat on you. Credit karma, what goes around, but I can't be with you. I'm focused now. That breakup had me in a bad place. I love to eat, but I can't even eat a damn thing. Appetite, oh that's some money in that grocery bag. Good feeling when they ask for pictures, you don't know they ass. Jiggle juice and Grey Goose, now she loosey loo, freaky with it, getting jiggy with it off a jigaboo. Bite me in and feed you, and know with a hollow point. Trigger finger itching, nigga bite this hollow point. Nike on me, it's there for 9, I'm known everywhere. From Chappelle, we cipher gas and leave you stuck. They'll a chick on me, like I'm fat, cause I'm the whole platter cheating on me. With my pockets, they was way fatter. Loyalty, I'm solo dolo, I need royalties, ain't used to real. I show her that and now she score me. I'm a fat nigga with a lot of swag. I chase money, now you hear this like we playing tag. For the boy, slide on 1200, that little Duke and wave it, brother. Rest in peace to my little nigga Travis. Pray for my city, and every city had a tragedy. Respect it now, I used to be that boy that had a class for me. Success knocking, wheels evicted like a week ago. Snakes don't hiss no more, they calling you they kinfolk. Nigga knocking, kicking doors, now success knocking, change your life. Death or jail, and that's your only option. Real nigga, gon' keep it real, I gotta feed my family real spill. I really wanna see them haters happy copycatters. That don't mean that you get 9 lives playing gangster. That don't mean go get shot for tat. I think her stripper name is TTGG. Shit, Gucci always real swell. I hit the bottom. Suicide, no hell, truth or dare. You go to jail, I dare you not to tell truth is. You ride my way, bitch, you won't sell. Pillow talking with your girl, yada yada yada. Sister act, gotta sing la 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 la. Hey, la 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 la. F&W, fat nigga world. Big move on.
All right, everyone. So that was Big Chris with his song that he submitted for us today. We're going to start off with our first judge on the lineup. He's a senior director of A&R at Warner Music Group, Andrew Grant. He is having a bit of trouble connecting with us through the camera, but he's still texting us. He is listening live. He did text us no pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. So it's a no pass from our first judge, but don't worry, we still got 2 more judges. Let's toss it to the next judge on the lineup. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, you'll be up next. What were your thoughts of Big Chris and his song that he submitted?
So I like the song. I thought he just needed some structure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like if it had a hook on it, it would have, brought us in more. It had like a Florida sound to it for sure. I'm gonna say no pass just because it just needed the structure. I could tell he's definitely talented. It just didn't feel like a song all the way. It was like a lot of rapping in the verse part, or I guess it was one whole verse. I don't know, but it just was like a lot of rapping, and it just didn't give the listener, I feel like, time to really digest everything. I would have loved to hear a hook on that, but definitely talented. Another song might have got him a pass for me, but today on this particular record, it would be a no pass.
All right, thank you for that. Knowledge, no pass, unfortunately, from our first 2 judges. Let's go over to the last judge. Let's get his thoughts on this. He's a platinum producer. DJ Payne 1, what were your thoughts of Big Chris and his song?
Yeah, I agree with Knowledge. I don't really have to say anything on it.
All right, there you have it. So no pass from the judges today. No worries, Big Chris, you are going to get some written feedback from all 3 of the judges. Be sure to check your email right after this event. Thanks again for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Big Chris. All right, guys, and we've reached our last artist of today's lineup. Last up, we have Rari Raw. Rari Raw, I don't see you in the chat room, but we do have your song ready to go. So let's go ahead and load this up. We'll be right back.
Trying to count me out and I shout the world, even astonished, know my time is coming. I put my faith into my grind, you cannot take it from me. And I've been up in Gotham City like Batman and Robin. Please don't get all in my lane, you gon' be roadkill. See the world be sleeping on me, taking night quill. I know they be looking for me, I've been right here. I'ma rush from round sound, I'ma bottom real. Please don't get all in my lane, you gon' be roadkill. See the world be sleeping on me, taking night quill. Looking for me, I've been right here. I'ma run some round sound, I'ma put them real. Can't be impatient when the way is being played. Can't believe in anything, got your walk by faith. Just because of love involved, it don't mean anything. Fuck love, I don't need that shit anyway. I made mistakes because I'm human, what do you expect? Nigga tried to ruin Rocky with that disrespect. Wanna doubt me, bitch, I'm IT, hit on what to tell. You know I'm just doing this shit just for my mama dads. It be a cold day in hell before she bury me. This the real me, they don't come like this to perpetrate. I'm a genie and I'm about to tell them make a wish. I just know I'm in any game, I just wanna win. They gon' count me, got my always trying to count me out and I shout the world, leave them astonished, know my time is coming. I put my faith into my grind, you cannot take that from me. And I've been up in Gotham City like Batman and Robin. Please don't get all in my lane, you gon' be roadkill. See the world be sleeping on me, taking night quill. I know they be looking for me, I've been right here. I'ma run some round sound, I'ma put them real. I'ma throw away chocolates, I was better off. Feeling sorry, had me stuck, gave me conflicted thoughts. Really had to chalk it up, now it's dead on arrival. I got PTSD, I've been through the fire. They think I'm gonna be a man because of my attire. Whole passing all like fire, and I've been really higher than the galaxy of Gaia. I want Balenciagas, pass me the baby bottle. You still we have a problem. I know I ain't shit, I just can't be how they make me feel. They can't break me, they attacking what I have within. It's just me and Molly, yeah, and it's life is sin. Right now my back against the wall, barricaded in. They gon' doubt me, got my always trying to count me out in. I shot the world, leave them astonished, know my time is coming. I put my faith into my grind, you cannot take it from me. And I've been got those city like Batman and Robin. Please don't get all in my lane, you gon' be roadkill. See the world be sleeping over, taking night quill. I know they be looking for me, I've been right here. I'm a roots from round sound, I'm a bottom rim.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Rari Ra with their song and their video that they submitted for us today. Let me toss it over to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's a platinum producer, DJ Pain 1. He'll be up first. What were your thoughts of Rari Ra and the song that they submitted?
I'm on the fence. I think they have a cool voice. But this artist is at the point where they haven't figured out how to quite use their voice. So the hook, for example, the delivery was really airy. I like the melody. I like the texture and tone of the voice. It just was hard to understand the lyrics because the delivery was so airy, and the layers that were added were just added to the chaos. So once the artist figures out how to use the voice as an instrument, then the art and the musicality are elevated. Right now, I don't think they're at that level yet, but I think there's a lot of potential there. So I guess, unfortunately, I have to give it a no pass.
All right, thank you for that. DJ Pain 1, no pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go to the next judge. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records, Knowledge. What were your thoughts of Rari Ra and their video?
Yeah, I'm not mad at the lyrics that she had in the record. And I was gonna say for me it was like probably the vocal mix that needed some work. But then, what Pain One said is right on as well. Like, she just needs to learn how to use her voice as well to make it stand out on the record. But the music itself is very familiar, stuff that we've heard, that Pain type of vibe. So you also want to, like, as you're growing as an artist, continue to find ways that you'll be able to separate yourself from a lot of the other artists that are out there. So for me, it still feels a little early. I'm going to say no pass to that.
All right, thank you for that, Knowledge. And our last judge, he's a senior director of A&R over at Warner Music Group, Andrew Grant, also texted us and let us know it's a no pass, unfortunately. Rari Ra, no pass from the judges today, but check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. And with that, that's our entire lineup for today. Before we go, we have to give a big shout out to all of our judges for joining us. Starting off with the first judge, he's a platinum producer, DJ Pain 1. Where can everyone find you on social media?
Very easy to find at DJ Pain 1, DJ Pain, and then the number 1, or DJPain1beats.com if you want to check out my catalog. But if you want to work, just DM me. I try to be as responsive as possible and check all my inboxes.
Awesome. Pain 1, it's always a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you for joining us for today's online showcase. And up next on the judge lineup, he's an A&R director from Atlantic Records with the best backgrounds of today. Knowledge. Where can everyone find you on social media, brother?
Only social media I have is Instagram. You can find me there at God_knowledge.
Awesome. Knowledge. It's always great to have you, man. Thank you for joining us for today's event. My name is Adonis Lugo. Be sure to check me out on Instagram as well. On behalf of myself, the judges, and the entire Coast to Coast Live team, we'll see you guys on the next one.